Good day everyone and welcome to Exile News, the weekly show that brings you all important news and informations on Path of Exile. Starting off are the challenges for Warbands and Tempest, which are the new challenge leagues coming with the Awakening. And let's take a look at these challenges. The first one is reach level 82 with at least 3 characters. So you can choose, it doesn't matter, but it has to be 3 different classes. So you cannot have like 3 duelists at level 82, it has to be 1 per class. And well, it's pretty much similar to the old challenge that was in the previous league. It was reach level 80, now it's 82. I guess it's kind of close, although those 2 levels, well, they're not that hard to do. So yeah, that's a doable one if you got the time and the will to level up more characters. Then we got redeem divination card sets, and you have to turn in at least 25 of the following 28 set of cards, and there are some that are going to be kind of rare. I believe the Time Lost Relic is pretty rare. The Wind, I think it was the Wind Reaper one, maybe. So yeah, there's going to be a couple really hard, but yeah, you can still do 25 out of 28 and it's going to be fine. Kill these warband members, this is definitely not going to be a problem. However, you will need to get into higher level maps because some of the specific and strongest warband members here are definitely not going to spawn outside of maps. Probably, I'm gonna guess it's above level 78 or something, so yeah, definitely need to get at least 1 character high level in the Warband Challenge League. And then clear areas with Tempests in them. You gotta get 55 out of 59 Tempests, so yeah, there's a lot of Tempests, and I'm pretty sure also that some of those are not going to spawn outside of maps, so you will need to keep in touch with other players and know where and when Tempests are going to happen. So that's going to be the Tempest Challenge League. Again, you will need pretty much a high level character in the Tempest League, and sometimes this is not so easy, especially seeing how many victims the new bosses are making. But yeah, speaking about bosses, kill these unique bosses, 44 unique bosses. Some of those are just normal Act 4 bosses like D'Aresso, Pike Rivet, all those kind of things. However, I'm sure there are some of those which appear only in maps and are the counterparts of the new bosses. So yeah, like the Brittle Emperor, pretty sure it's Vol, but in some kind of version, maybe the map version, maybe a corrupted zone version. So this challenge doesn't seem too hard, although I am sure there are some high level maps which are going to kill a lot of players. However, if you play it on the softcore, it doesn't really matter. Items from vendor recipes. This is just an old challenge, and yeah, it is not that hard, not hard at all in fact, so let's just skip about that. Corrupt these unique jewels. This time, instead of collecting or identifying unique items, we gotta corrupt unique jewels. Corrupt 36 of 41 unique jewels, and since there are only 3 base type of jewels, you can probably get a lot of these at the beginning, but when you're going to miss 1 or 2, it's going to become really hard. And also, Val Orbs are definitely going to skyrocket in price because you have to corrupt them yourself. You do not have to hold the item, you can trade it away afterwards. However, you need to corrupt it yourself. So yeah, Val Orbs are going to be very expensive in this league. And last, knowledge and power. It's a mixed challenge, like the type they introduced in the previous leagues. So we got a couple full clears, which are not the hard. However, Colosseum map and core map, and the volcano map, I believe, are going to be the highest level maps, kind of mirroring the Chaos Stronghold, the Grand Arena, and the Harvest. So yeah, that might not be that easy, but still, some uniques to identify uniques specific to the bosses, and then there are the warband specific items, and then there is slay any rare type of monster, Revenant, Rakango, Knitted Horror. You can find these around, some are definitely going to be maps anyway. So yeah, these are the 8 challenges of these leagues, and now it's up to you to decide how many you want to get. Once again, there's going to be the totem pole. The only difference from the last one are going to be the flags that hang from it. So then there is a video making competition with a high prize pool. You just need to go to mmorpg.com, and basically you can make videos and upload it there. You can use their client to make videos if you want. You can use your own if you want, as long as you give them the videos in MP4 format. And basically every day there's going to be daily prizes of 200 points, and then there are going to be weekly prizes, and like a final with a second, first prize, and a grand prize. You do not really need any skill to make videos. You can make highlights, you can make whatever you want, you can just make your own gameplay. That's perfectly fine as well. So if you are into these kind of things, that is definitely something fun you can try, and who knows, maybe you can win something. GGG also has freed up old character names just before the expansion, which by the way launched a couple days ago. So if you are listening to this while playing the expansion, you are actually doing it right. Basically, there are names that have been taken for the longest times by accounts that are no longer active. So GGG has made those names available for everyone. And if someone has taken your name of an older character you had, you will just be prompted to give it a new name. All your gears and everything else will remain safe, so there is no problem with that. If you want to keep your names safe, just log in into the account and it will automatically save all the names in that account for at least a year. So, and last, of course, since the game has launched, or should I say relaunched out of closed beta, there are the patch notes. Patch notes are extremely long this time. We're just gonna skim over it. And of course, Highgate has been added along with Act 4. New jewels have been added. There's been a netcode improvement, so there's the deterministic lockstep network mode. And they've also added new servers in London, Frankfurt, Italy, California, and Washington DC. So this is really good. And then there are divination cards, the new Marraketh weapons, new unique items, 119 uniques. Of course, 58 are jewels, but all the others are not, so wow, so many uniques. New skills, we have already seen all of these. New support gems, of course, this one too. New challenge leagues, we've seen these the last time. There's Warband, there's Tempest. And yeah, if you want a shirt, the first 50 players to complete all 8 challenges will receive the exclusive shirt. And then there are new microtransactions, of course, seems right. New features like the item filter, the in-game clock. There's a new UI, which is actually really good. It fits the theme, even though it has no more ladies on it, which is a bit sad. But you know, new map content, the new maps, which go from 68 to 82 now, and 12 new maps have been added. So there's something new to do, or other than grinding. And then there's been changes to the areas. Of course, many areas in Act 1, Act 2 and Act 3 have been condensed, especially the dungeons with more levels. And then there's been some skill gems which have been revamped, of course, and then there's more content, more quests. Gems can now be bought from vendors instead of being a reward from quests. Of course, there are still rewards, but they're also sold from certain characters, so you can just buy your build pretty much. And then like the Fortify buff has been added. There's been also new achievements, which if you're a fan of achievements you like to do. And then there's been changes to the old achievements as well. And what's remaining from the old leagues, Tormented Spirits of course have been added to the game, Bloodlines as well. Phylacteral Link is no longer used as a Bloodlines mod, but the mechanic may be used in other places, hopefully not. Cult of the Elements has been removed. Otherworldly has been reduced, VOD spawn and other things spawns less frequently, as it's supposed to be, since it's not Torment nor Bloodlines anymore. The game has been rebalanced somewhat, the health and damage of monsters has been increased, so you might notice a slowdown in your speed of leveling, and you might notice that some monsters, especially in Act 4, hit really hard. If you're playing hardcore, be sure to get more life than what you're actually doing. And of course, quest reward, we already just said they've been changed. There's some jewels. The bandits have been just tuned a little bit, still pretty much the same thing if you ask me. Leech has been changed, it's just as complicated as it can possibly be. Hopefully we'll see someone do a build based on Leech, and then we'll see how strong it really is. Status ailment, we already saw that. The passive tree of course has changed. If you followed the news you might know about it. If you haven't, be sure to read all there is here, or just play the game and check it out yourself. And then monster balance, we just said. Map balance, well, there's no more +2 unless you get it from the boss, which you kind of have to kill now to progress to maps. Strong boxes have been changed a little bit, but it's pretty much still the same thing. And there's some more changes overall. And dispatch note, man, dispatch notes just don't want to end at all. Holy shit. Yeah, still going. Bug fixes, billion bug fixes and more fixes. And GGG would like to thank us in the last part. But yeah, we would really like to thank GGG for making the best game pretty much that's outside right now on the market, and making it free to play with a fair model, which is probably the only game that has it. So yeah, that's pretty good. But anyway, that's about it for this week. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment down below. Also, if you want to remain updated, be sure to subscribe to my channel. So, I've been your host Giorgio, and I'll see you guys the next time.